Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about insecurities and relationships. So, first, let's talk about how and why insecurity manifests in a relationship. Why does it show up? Whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, why does insecurity manifest?
Insecurity sometimes happens because the lack of self-love. Because because you need for happiness and everything. It's a lot about like it's within you and everything. It's you can say happiness is a state and everything. So if you don't really have self-love, if you lack self-love, which can be caused by a bunch of reasons, then that could be like sort of the leading cause in terms of why you feel insecure in a relationship as well, because you may feel that you're not up to the task in terms of the relationship. You're not being a good friend to to the other friend, or you're not being a good partner to your boyfriend or girlfriend, and that can be one of the things. Another thing is just the fact that you put in the work, you do something, and then they don't really do anything about it, and you can clearly see that there's no reciprocation. And with enough self-love, you'll probably be like, okay, I'm better than this, and you probably like, you know what, this is your level. I'm not gonna shoot to your level. And sometimes it might just be the fact that like they're having a busy day, busy life, and they might not be able to do it at that point. And then like if you be patient, and then they would probably like come back and help you as much as well. But other times it's just that they don't value you as much as well. So in those times, are you still able to like not put yourself, not blame yourself, or put yourself down? And that is sort of so that's like sort of like a secondary reason where it's like under like if you don't have self-love, and if this happens, that would be like even worse thing, because they're not only like not giving you validation, they're also providing invalidation. So yeah, like what do you think?
I think you cover the main reasons, right? If you're unsure about your value, like if you don't love yourself enough to think that you are enough, that could lead to insecurity, and also the actions of your whether it's your partner or your friend. The things that they do can also make you feel insecure in the relationship as to, do they not really value me? Whenever if you talk to them but they don't listen, they're looking at their phone, you might feel insecure then. So I don't think I have too much to add. You covered it pretty well in terms of, if you value yourself too little and are always relying on someone else to be the person to love you in terms of uplifting you, validating you, complimenting you, giving you company whenever you need it, if you're always dependent on someone else, then that's going to lead to insecurity, and then external factors as well can contribute. So now we know how insecurity can manifest in a relationship. How can it then affect the relationship once it's there? Is it harmful? How does it go?
I mean, yeah, that's a good question too. So like there's a lot of times where you don't really like when you do the gut decision, gut feeling. You don't really know if it's your intuition or if it's your insecurity, because it's really hard to sort of like differentiate between them. Of course, like in hindsight, you probably can, but at the moment, you probably it's a lot harder, and that essentially like you sort of like go into the relationship where you feel bad, and whether you're the man or the woman, when you know your partner is feeling down, no matter what's happening in your life, like you would sort of feel down too, because your loved one is suffering. And at least if it's like sort of like event based, then they sort of like know, okay, like we can fix it in this way, we can fix it in that way. Whereas if it's a quality, then like you could just like you might just be like the person who doesn't look at the world in a bright manner, because of the things that have happened in your life, which has like shown you that like maybe it's not worth seeing the bright side. Maybe there is no bright side, and sometimes that can sort of affect the other person. The other person can also I'm making a huge jump here, but like get into a depression because like now they are also not able to see anything fun, and they're spending a lot of time with you, because like in a relationship you do spend time a lot of time together. And just the fact that them not being able to make you feel better, can sometimes potentially make them feel down enough that they feel like they're not good enough, and then they'll feel insecure about that. And of course, they have then the question again goes on them, like, do they have self love to be able to not put blame on themselves? So yeah, the insecurity definitely affects it definitely affects relationship.
For sure. Yeah. And when you're really insecure, you kind of start pulling on your partner a lot to satisfy things. And then that can make them feel like you are just over relying on them, using up too much of their time and energy. And then if they get drained by your insecurity, then it's probable that they don't want to spend as much time with you anymore. They might want to end the relationship, whether it's friendship, romantic relationship, whatever. So it's it can lead to a breakdown of trust if you're always, doubtful about what they're doing, what they're up to. This kind of goes into topic of jealousy, which you can watch some of our other videos about. But jealousy can also come from insecurity, and that can also then ruin the relationship in terms of if you're always doubting what they're up to, or you're insecure about how much they really love you or how much they like you. Are they spending too much time with their friends and stuff? So I think insecurity leading to jealousy is one way that it can also ruin your relationship.
Also, I think if you ever watched The Big Bang Theory, the relationship that Leonard Hofstadter and Penny, God knows what her last name was, or Penny Hofstadter, since they're married at this point. So before they were married, so that relationship wasn't really equal. And like when Penny finally proposed, it was sort of like a real low point in her life that she was like, I really need a win right now, and like, so that should do this, and that made that really minimized Leonard's feelings and everything, and that's like sort of like one example where you know insecurity can sort of put the other person down.
Yep. It can lead to a breakdown of communication too, in terms of you don't feel like you can trust them, so you don't talk to them as much and you don't communicate your needs very well, and then they don't get to help you as much in the ways that you need support. So it's think of it as like cracks in a foundation. Insecurity keeps cracking at other good healthy habits in your relationship.
And sometimes people, like once they know that they're feeling insecure, it's not that they just go and talk to people. They also do other things. So let's talk about that tomorrow.
Absolutely. See you then.
Oh, you're still here? Well, thanks for getting to the end of the video. Hey, while you're still here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get new updates when we post videos. Also, make sure to check out these equally exciting videos as well. Have you pressed it yet? Come on, you have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, press it now!